Hey guys, what's up? It's Etanic here with another end of month reports. Once again, I'm really inconsistent with these. I apologize. As you can see here, okay. First off, let's talk about the future of Oomph. And the one thing I want to get into mainly is the authority modes. I think they're still here. Yes. So essentially, everything on Oomph is going to be full off from now on, like combat, movement. And what we're gonna do instead of like doing detections, we're gonna have like mitigation alerts for movement and combat. And these mitigation alerts or correction alerts won't necessarily mean the player's cheating. It could indicate the player's cheating, but it doesn't necessarily mean like 100% yeah, this cheater's cheating. It just means like their movement's getting mitigated. So like if I'm in game and I just fly like 1,000 blocks and it mitigates like my movement, like of course staff won't be able to see it, but yeah, it's gonna be like the same for combat. It's just all going to be mitigated, and then we're gonna have alerts for mitigation. A reason I want to get rid of semi-auth is because in a sense this just relies on like the client being like it's too dependent on the client latency. So essentially like for movements, one issue we have are ghost blocks, and trying to account for them is just too much of a pain in the ass. You either get bypasses because you're trying to support the ghost blocks, or you get false flags because the ghost blocks stay there even though the proxy determines that they're gone. And then for combat, the issue you have with semi-auth is even though it might be really good at detecting reach, since it's once again dependent on the client's latency, what you have are cheaters that just use backtrack to abuse, to abuse sort of an unfair advantage and get sort of extra reach in a sense. On the server side, of course, not on the client side, because the client would stay at 3 blocks of reach. So I'm gonna see if I have this old. Here we go. So this is essentially how the full auth. Ooh, my laptop is lagging. That's crazy. It's only when I hold that window though. That's pretty weird. But essentially, yeah, the red is the client view of the entity at xtick. The white boxes are the Oomph view of the entity at xtick, and this would basically mitigate backtrack. It would also mitigate like you'd be able to configure the cutoff latency, but by default it would be somewhere like after 300 ticks, like you don't get any more rewind. Like it'll rewind up to 6 ticks or 300 ms back into the past, and then it won't like go any further. It won't try to account for your like bajillion ms ping. And yeah, so there's that. And then movement's pretty much the same thing. Blocks would be instantly set. It would prevent ghost blocks. It prevents a bunch of exploits using ghost blocks. It would also prevent like glitching in a sense, like you know when you open a fence, you can walk through it. Yeah, because Oomph would be setting back your movement because the server never sends back that the fence is open, so it would just like cancel that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, what is it? I've been rewriting Oomph entirely to make everything into components instead of these godforsaken handlers, because these handlers are really ugly. They had like one interface. I thought, yeah, I was so smart, but then I realized, oh shit, it's ugly. It's probably not good for performance. And yeah, we're just moving everything into like separate components, which instead of in a map or in a slice, they're just like fields of the player. So yeah, we don't have to like typecast every time you want like a different handler. And this overall should improve performance. It'll also improve the readability of Oomph's code, which I know doesn't matter to like people, but in the future, if someone were to maintain Oomph and it wasn't me, this would be very good for any developer. I need to make like any updates or upgrades to Oomph's systems. But yeah. Oh, also multi-version. Yeah, I've been fucked with multi-version. 0.40 just came out, and that means I'm gonna have to do a bunch of the. Let's actually look right now. Let's go for Tunnel's recent commits. See what's changed. But yeah, I'd have to reset my multi-version. I have to do a bunch of shit again. But okay, it doesn't seem to be that much. Yeah, info, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, multi-version still in the works. I'm probably gonna have to do it all from scratch again because of the poor way I've implemented my multi-version. What else do we have? Yeah, I'm refactoring all of Oomph, gonna have better performance, and everything's gonna be full authoritative from now on with mitigation alerts. So there's that, and I'll see you in next month's, which should be November. Yeah, next month. I'll do one in like December. I'll record a video in December and I'll give you an update. Roughly December 1st. Granted, I'm not a lazy piece of shit, of course. And yeah, there's that. Thank you for watching, and see you next month in next month's end of month report.